What's up? How's it going, everyone? How we doing? I figured, why not today? We don't do these often. It's been over a month. In fact, I wasn't even on the last one of these that was being done weekly. I got stuff to do today, but this gives me a chance to just hang out for a little bit and a chance to chill out for like 2.5 hours and maybe get my mind off some of the stuff going on today. Hey, everybody. JT, I'm gonna start charging you for doing that chant. I'm gonna start charging you for it. You're gonna start paying for it. But I figure I'm writing today. I kind of have a day off unintentionally just because there's not much delivery stuff going on right now. And so I decided I was going to, I decided I'd go live and that essentially I would hang out with the people for a little bit because I don't have it in me to do any kind of like recordings right now. Um, Of course, now naturally is when a delivery I could go do that would make me a lot of money pops up. So whoops on that front. But oh well. Yeah, now of course is when the deliveries that I could have done today start popping up. But oh well. It's fine. I'm not gonna just go, oh sorry guys, I gotta go make money and quit stream. Like I'll handle it tomorrow. I'll go make money tomorrow. I'm chilling. I'm writing some scripts for some non-wrestling stuff because I don't the podcast hasn't come out on YouTube yet because it's still uploading because I didn't get it done until 1 in the morning. The audio version is out, so our audio listeners on, you know, on Spotify, on Apple, on whatever, they can they already know what all it's been about. But yeah, so I'll talk about it a little bit on the podcast. But man, I am getting burnt out on wrestling big time. That's part of why I'm cutting back the number of specials I'm doing every month and all of that. So if there's like more Sonic or Knuckles. I I like them both about the same. I don't think I really have a favorite of the two that I got. Quite honestly, like just being completely honest, I don't think I've got a favorite. God, I cannot believe that that delivery popped up right as I went live. Had I known, I probably wouldn't have gone live, but it's fine. Like I'm slightly frustrated about it, but it's fine. I'd have been driving. It's 18. It would have been 18 deliveries as well. I'd have been driving like all day. I wouldn't have enjoyed that. Hey, Daryl. So probably dodged a bullet not having to do that one. If everyone wants to donate to make up for it, you're welcome to, but I'm not gonna. I know I'm asking for the telethon here in a few weeks, so Play like a Batman. I don't want to play any games, quite honestly, JT. I honestly just don't. Like, I don't have the energy to do much. I'm gonna write the script for this video. Um, yeah, that's exactly correct, Zach. That's exactly what I was saying yesterday. Yeah. But yeah, no, I don't have the energy to play any games. I'm gonna write the script for this video. I might record the audio for it and maybe try and fast track it to come out this week. But I want to start branching away from wrestling a little bit. And that's not to say that Universe is going anywhere. I talk about it on the podcast a lot. I'm gonna see Universe out for a little while longer. I want to see this Bullet Club story out because I'm excited about how it's going down. But like, I can't speak for Ray, but it kind of feels this way with how SmackDown and NXT have been lately as well. I think we're both just reaching a breaking point. But yeah, no, the video I'm making, it's gonna be over on Sanctuary. It's called "How Spider-Man 1994 Came Out Swinging." I'm starting a retrospective of the of this, the 1994 Spider-Man show. I'm gonna be doing a retrospective of this because it's my favorite cartoon. Essentially, I'm gonna start doing like retrospectives of games, movies, and shows that I like. That kind of stuff. Yes, by the way, for anyone that was about to ask, yes, my Disney Plus profile picture is Bandit from Bluey. But it's just it's time for me to branch out and do some other stuff. And I'm probably going to start uploading these videos on a podcast feed as well. Because, like, that's one thing I think a lot of YouTubers are doing wrong. And this is just me saying this, you know, this is just me saying this out loud. One thing I think a lot of YouTubers are doing quote unquote wrong is that they're letting other people do that. Like Alpha Rad, for example. The Alpha Rad, it's pretty well known. He's one of my favorite YouTubers. I mean, I've literally got his plush. I've got his plush right here, right? People are uploading Alpha Rad videos to Spotify as podcasts. If he did that himself, so many people listen to his stuff while driving anyway, like me, that if he uploaded it in an official way where you could listen to the video through Spotify without having to watch the video, a lot of people listen to the video for him to speak, not for what's happening in the video, because he's just a funny dude. And so that's kind of what I want to do as well in some cases. And I might upload I might use the Patreon to upload like full uncut me watching the episode and taking notes through it and stuff. And I'm gonna just keep talking over the J promo because I quite simply do not care. Um, but yeah, no, I just want to be positive with this kind of stuff. You know, like I want to hype up how this is my favorite cartoon and that kind of stuff. Like I'm probably gonna go episode by episode, then do a season recap, and then when it's all done, put all of it together for like a big compilation. Because I absolutely love this show. Oh boy, here's LA Knight. Also, people will be, I'd say, happy to hear. I think some people will find it funny to hear that Raw is less than an hour long for the first time in months today on Universe. Uh, something that I've been talking about in the creative team for a while that I wanted to do was get Raw down being like 40 to 50 minutes a week because it takes less work for me that way. And the last few weeks, Pierre's DM'd me once or twice being like, it seems like less than an hour Raw ain't happened, bud. And so Raw literally will end today with me going, "Hey Pierre, under an hour," which I think is very funny. Thoughts on the official Power Rangers inspired Batman comic? I've not seen that. Felt personally called out. Hi, Pierre. I said your name and you appeared. It wasn't even meant maliciously. Like, it was just like, hey, Pierre, look, I did it. Like, I call you out sometimes just because you're one of my buddies. I was not expecting that, but say his name and he appears. I believe in Bornelis. Oh, man. I was not expecting that. The podcast is about to go up on YouTube, by the way, folks. So the member and Patreon versions with the extended intros and outros and stuff are coming soon. What does it mean, checking one found? It's saying that it possibly found a copyright issue. Oh boy, here come Braun Braun. Did they get a new theme that's just for the two of them? What could it have possibly what could YouTube have possibly auto detected that it thinks was copyrighted? Give Carnal access to a Green Lantern ring. I don't know if Carnal will be a Green Lantern. Maybe he would be though. I kind of want people's opinion on this as well. So I've talked plenty before about how, I made this because I was going to do Carnold's like origin story and stuff as a as stop motion, right? And like as cool as an idea as that is, stop motion takes so much time. I've got so many stop motion projects on the table. I'm kind of debating, and I want people's opinions on this. I'm kind of debating turning Carnold's like Carnold Zanzenegger Exterminator, Carnold the Exterminator, Shadows of a Madman, that kind of stuff. I'm debating turning these like Xander origin stories and stuff Not into live action things because that would take even more work because I'd have to find actors and actresses, and I'd have to pay them. But and I'd still might have to pay some people. But I'm debating doing like animated, like storyboard animated style. Like I'm trying to think of like the best way to describe it. Like if you guys saw the channel Comic Story and before the creator of that passed away a few years ago, where like it was still images, but sometimes they would add small animation to it and stuff and make it into an audio drama. I'm debating making those things into that because then they could start coming out sooner. And then maybe eventually doing like small animations with stop motion stuff. Like I've said it before, I've said it many a times. Um, I bought this Lou Albano figure to make into Mario from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show, but like a more grizzled version of him that was going to be in Guardians of the Multiverse series. I'm debating writing a full blown script for Guardians of the Multiverse and doing it as like an audio drama. That way it can just all get done quickly. Make it sprite animated. I don't know how to do sprites, otherwise I would. I also really like drawing in like a comic style. And audio drama means I could also put it on like Spotify and stuff. With sprite animation. Um, like video games. Like classic video games and stuff. Here. Hold on a second. I'll show you. Give me a second here. This is kind of what sprite animation looks like. Like that. That's what JT is saying to do. Which would be really cool, but I would have to make custom sprites for people like Carnold. We we can't hear the Frenchmen that they're trying to have us hear. Like, if I were good at sprite art, I just know I have no idea how to make it. Otherwise, I would. If you want to take the shot at it, I could try and I'll give you at least a role in the show somehow. Make me the Stanley of the Carnal verse. Possibly. It's my favorite Sonic character. That's a random question. Shadow. It's Shadow. Every day of the week, it's Shadow. I guess I could have also grabbed Shadow. He's just everywhere, yeah. I mean, there was a different character that was going to be the Stanley of the Carnal verse, so. But we'll get to that when we get to that. This is the first time I've watched Raw live, like, with you guys all around in a while. It's weird. Give me the bronze or the neat connection beating the Judgment Day. Either team works for me. Yeah. Do I envision that Shadow is... What the fuck, JT? I don't... What am I supposed to say about that? Pierre, don't add to it! Don't encourage him! Huh. Alright, well, they're on commercially. I'm gonna run to the restroom. All right, everybody, I'm back. I indulged him. Good job, Pierre. Thank you, Pierre. Pierre. Don't encourage him. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna finally start talking about the things I really love outside of wrestling. And so I've been limiting myself for a while. As I put it to Ray, actually, I kind of feel like I'm holding back my creativity, if that makes sense. Like, I am probably in my peak years for when I can be creative and entertaining on YouTube. And I feel like I'm just wasting them doing something that I don't exactly like. I still enjoy, but I don't love, if that makes sense. Like, I still like a lot of what I do. I just don't love it anymore. Which does suck a lot. Like, I think if you told me, hey, Xander, you can. If you told me with wrestling, hey, Xander, you can narrow yourself down to one video a week, it will get the same number of views as your most viewed video each week, and it's all you have to do with just one special a month. What series are you keeping? I would say ARW. It's the fun stuff like that that I want to do, you know? And that's not to say that I hate doing this. I don't hate Universe. I don't dislike Universe. I like it. I just haven't loved it for a little while. So, and maybe that love will come back, right? It happens sometimes. It's just a weird situation I find myself in, you know? I think we've all been there with stuff before where just, I don't know. I feel like there's so much more I could be doing content wise. And that's part of why I went live today, was just to do something that wasn't writing in this notebook, blank defeats blank, backstage segment, blank defeats blank, backstage segment, in-ring segment, backstage segment, blank defeats blank, so on and so forth. I needed to do something on YouTube today that wasn't just this. You know? If that makes sense, you know, I hope it does. Yeah, I know. You almost gave up when Cora J gets right. I get it. Yep, I know. I know. You don't have to try and beat around the bush thinking I won't get what you mean. I know what you mean. I mean, would you... JT, I'm not a furry, so probably not. I'm also not super into dudes, so... We really are in Damage Control Kabuki Trio. Or we really are in the Damage Control slash Kabuki Trio. Triad is fine, period. Yeah, it's going to implode eventually. If you guys will give me just a minute here, when I get the first paragraphs of this script done, I'll read it and I'll see what you guys think. Um, I assume I assume Judgment Day probably wins this one due to accidental EO interference. I'm not 100% sure though. There's Hemlock making lunch for themselves right now. I had a feeling you might ask, but yeah, they're just downstairs making lunch. They're home. Fantasy sci-fi or modern? Which is your preference? Oh, geez. I think modern at this point, honestly. I think modern might be my favorite at this point nowadays. You gotta see how buff Tony D has gotten, by the way. Seems like his call up is coming at some point. I mean, they killed him off on NXT, so shame we never got the Mob family on me main roster. Oh, I don't consume that type of media, JT, so I don't have a preference. All right, no, never mind. Kabuki Warriors just picking up the win. There you go. You did not preface it. No, you did not preface it. You hit me with it in post. All right, we're finding out what's going on with the women's world title. Okay, so it's Stephanie. It's exactly what we thought it was. Why didn't we just do this at Clash in Paris? Oh, because they want to sell WrestlePalooza. Got it. Yeah, it checks out. Is Rey Mysterio turning heel? No. You can't turn him heel nowadays. He's an evergreen babyface. I don't think there's any way to turn Rey Mysterio heel. I could be wrong, but I don't think there is. Lee come back? She might. I don't know, man. I don't control that though, Andrew. So you telling me to bring her back isn't gonna be able to make it happen. I can't control that, bud. Shawn Landers her back? No. There's no way that happens. That was Cena, forever face, turned heel, fails, probably did the same thing, right? No, apparently there's been talks about trying to bring her back, so who knows? Let's see. Trying to figure out. I'm trying to do my research here. Um, which women's wrestler do you think would make the best promoter? Are you talking wrestling promoter, or are you about to hit me with another porn joke, JT? I will answer the question once you have given me the actual criteria of what you're asking. You're not burning me again, jackass. Well, John Cena and Brock Lesnar. I don't care, Andrew. And that's not at you. That's not being thrown at you. That is not a shot at you. That is not me being angry at you. I just don't care what Brock Lesnar is going to do. I would like him to fuck right back off to his farm in Saskatchewan and never be seen again. I don't care. I don't know, JT, but for all I know, there are, and that's what you were about to hit me with. I don't. For fuck's sake, dude. Yeah, that was 2012, Zach, where Johnny Laryngitis main evented over a world title match. So, who knows? I really don't care. Quite simply, I just don't care. The wrestling promoter. Probably Gail Kim would be my answer. Probably Gail Kim. It has been a rough day, so for those that can't tell, it's been a rough day, so my fuse is a little shorter than normal today. What is shocking moments from WWE that you remember? I I don't know how to answer that right now. I've been watching wrestling for 10 years. There's been a lot of shocking moments in the last 10 years. Or for 11 years now, God. God, I've been watching this shit for 11 years. What am I doing? I don't know, man. I have been asked so many times about the Raja Jackson and Psycho Stu stuff. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. I got asked about it multiple times yesterday. I just don't want to talk about it anymore. The Jacksons seem like a bunch of fucking morons. There you go. It's my favorite year of existing. 2019, probably. So the best shape of my life. I was doing ARW. It was the only wrestling thing I was doing. I was spending so much time with Alex, and I had no responsibilities. year, JT? This one, probably. This is the year we've really gotten to know each other, so probably this one. All right, you guys want to hear the opening, however many words, the opening, roughly 700 words of this script for this video that I'm working on for Sanctuary, called How Spider-Man 1994 Came Out Swinging. Cool. Thank you, Pierre. All right, so this is the script so far. What do we think, everybody? Back in the 1990s, when Marvel Comics hadn't become the juggernaut, no pun intended, that it is today, following the Disney sale in 2009, and the splitting of their film and television rights for certain characters, such as Spider-Man's rights going to Sony, the Hulk and Namor's rights going to Universal, and the X-Men, Fantastic Four, and Daredevil rights going to Fox, Marvel had what some consider a more niche precursor to the titan that is now the MCU, and that was the Marvel Animated Universe. In the 1990s, following the more lighthearted shows such as Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, or the classic Fantastic Four cartoon, the one where they defeated Magneto through the power of gaslighting, and other more wacky and wild antics, the Marvel Animated Universe was born in October 1992 with X-Men the Animated Series, which recently received the revival of X-Men 97 on Disney+, a series that I'll be looking at a later date. It also contains series such as X-Men, Fantastic Four, Iron Man, The Incredible Hulk, Avengers United They Stand, and the show that I'll be talking about in this series, Spider-Man the Animated Series, and, depending on who you ask, its loosely related sequel, Spider-Man Unlimited. For the purpose of these videos, I'll be referring to Spider-Man the Animated Series as either Spider-Man or Spider-Man 94. Spider-Man was the show out of all of these that I watched the most growing up. I had DVDs, I had a few toys, and there were several times where my dad, when I was a kid, would burn DVDs of various episodes so that I could consume more of the show. The brilliance of the Marvel Animated Universe was that while cartoons were mostly made for the purpose of selling toys and had a status quo to get back to at the end of each episode, so that there were no big changes to continuity if you missed a week, the Marvel Animated Universe trusted its viewers to stick with the full-blown story arcs that spanned several episodes, or in some cases, full seasons before they were fully paid off to the rest of the story. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not stupid. Spider-Man 94 and the rest of the MAU were completely made to sell toys. I mean, look at all these things. You're telling me that the giant spider slayers and the different Spider-Man villains of all these different colors weren't made to sell toys? Of course they were. But that being said, there was more to follow than just a villain of the week plot most of the time. Spider-Man 94 was written by John Semper Jr., with various other writers assisting, and was directed by Bob Richardson, originally airing on the Fox Kids Saturday morning program block before later airing reruns on Disney XD, which was how I consumed a lot of the series later on in life. Spanning 5 seasons and 65 episodes, it's considered one of the greatest animated comic book adaptations of all time, and even was the first introduction of the Spider-Verse concept before even the comics did it. The series followed the comics very closely, likely helped by the fact that Stan Lee is listed as an executive producer of the show, alongside Avi Arad, who we know has never once interfered in a Spider-Man project, or greenlit a Spider-Man project just to try and make money, only for it to flop, and certainly never once patted himself on the back in the credits of a Spider-Man project. But that's not what we're talking about. Today I want to begin my retrospective episode by episode, arc by arc, season by season, as I revisit the Marvel Animated Universe, seeing some of it for the first time and taking you through the years of Marvel's first big connected universe that they created outside of the comics. So let's begin with Season 1, Episode 1, Night of the Lizard. Burning DVD, isn't that legal? Yeah, and... Yeah, the shot at Avi Arad. Fuck it. Like, this is the guy that when Spider-Man No Way Home came out, and, like, you're not gonna thank Sam Raimi for helping bring the Spider-Man movies to life with the Tobey Maguire films. You're not even gonna thank the actors. You're not gonna thank Stan Lee and Jack Kirby for creating the character. No. Special thanks to Avi Arad. For what? For making Venom be part of Spider-Man 3 and giving us Twink Venom, as Alex calls him? But yeah, and then it'll go into an actual, like, breakdown and review of the Night of the Lizard episode and stuff like that. Get some non-copyright background music. That's the plan, is that I'm going to do that. Who's your least favorite Spider-Man character from the cartoon? Ooh, that's a good question. Um, who did I find, like, the least enjoyable in that show? You know what? I hated how they did Electro in that show. We'll get to that when I get to that season. Also, add some more Xander flair. Well, that's what the Avi Arad bit is for. Once I get into the actual review, that's where more of that Xander flair comes into it. Bro thinks he's part of the squad, seeing Grayson Waller with the New Day. Andrew, you're going to keep asking me these questions, and I'm not answering them because I don't want to answer a million questions. I was sad when Bray passed. Hulk Hogan was a racist piece of crap. So, there you go. There's your answers now. Please stop asking. There we go. Forgot to add that to the podcast list. You're fine. I don't want to answer a million and one questions today. That's all. All right, what's up, JT? What's your idea? What about J. Jonah Jameson? The news guy that hates Spider-Man. I love J. Jonah Jameson. What are you talking about? I'm literally voicing J. Jonah Jameson in a fan series at some point that I'm not talking too much about because I don't know how much has been announced. Love J. Jonah Jameson. It's like one of my favorite characters. And like I've got the honor of voicing him soon. Did you watch the Disney Plus Spider-Man cartoon? You YouTube's hitting you with the auto emojis, but I know what you meant. I know you mean the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. I have not watched it yet. No. Dedicate a section of the video to characters and plot lines that you haven't seen adapted in modern day that you think could do well. Yeah, that could be cool. That could be fun. That could be interesting. Because one thing I'm thinking about doing also is when I've done the full retrospective of the show, is I am going to talk about like how I would have done a season 6, or like my pitch for a modern reboot of it and stuff. What's going to be really interesting is trying to figure out, trying to navigate my way around the visual copyright of all of it. I'm going to have to use still images a lot, probably. But we'll figure it out when we get there. I'm going to try and work on the first episode today, just because I want to try and get it out just to see if it even takes off the way I hope it will. Because, like, this kind of old cartoon analysis stuff really seems to be doing well in the YouTube sphere. And so I know it's kind of trend chasey for me to do it. But sometimes you just gotta chase the trends. Use fan art. Well, I'd have to reach out to the fan. I'd want to reach out to the artists and stuff to do that. But yeah, I'm gonna do like a pitch video for like if I was in 1998 when the show got canceled, how would I have done season 6 then versus how I would do a season 6 now if Disney were to launch a Spider-Man 94 animated series in the same style as X-Men 97. My favorite Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 2, the Tobey Maguire one. That's the one with Doc Ock as the villain with the train scene and all of that. That's arguably my favorite movie. I mean, I literally have the poster for that movie on my wall. There's a look at that wall for the first time for anyone that's never seen it before. It's got the old predictions title, a Fire Emblem poster, a Mario clock, my mint inbox, Ninja Turtles, Jabba the Hutt, and a Metal Sonic figure. So there you go. But yeah, like, and I'll go ahead and tell you guys, like, for example, my pitch for season 6 would have been that since James Cameron's Spider-Man movie got canceled, that was going to have Sandman as the villain. Sandman would have been one of the villains introduced in season 6. The Hulk would have appeared in season 6. Like, Spider-Man would have gotten to have met some new characters that didn't appear in previous stuff. Just found out my favorite non-wrestling thing. Now you got me on Spider-Man. Ray says, and there are two very different questions because season 6, the original, would have maintained its identity as a kids show, where Spider-Man 94 could be a much more adult. Exactly. That's why it was going to be two very different videos. So Ray, I mean, it's not just differentiate from all the Spider-Man kid animations today, or if not just yeah, exactly. Like if I were doing a more kid-focused version, it would be like a little more lighthearted. It'd come back. Who I think was the worst Spider-Man actor? I like all of them. I think if I'm going with anyone, I'm gonna have to go with one of the voice actors, and I'm gonna have to go with the one from Marvel's Spider-Man, not the video game, but Marvel Spider-Man. What's it called? It might just be called Marvel Spider-Man. Yeah, Marvel Spider-Man, the Disney one, where every other line is him talking about how awesome math and science are. I just find his voice too, not too animated, because Spider-Man's very animated, but like too, somehow too geeky to be Spider-Man. Because I like all three of, like Andrew Garfield's a good Spider-Man actor. He just didn't have good movies. His first movie was good. His second movie is just abysmal. Tobey Maguire is my favorite, but that's also some nostalgia there. And I like Tom Holland. I think what soured me on him a little bit, not as Spider-Man, but in general, is just the fact that it is he's overexposed nowadays for me and other things. Nicholas Hammond sucked. I have to look up who Nicholas Hammond Spider-Man was. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even think about that one. Could Spider-Man could Spider-Man catch Sonic with his webs? Um Spider-Man could outsmart Sonic and catch him probably. His webs wouldn't be able to keep up with Sonic like running, but he could probably find a way to outsmart him and like create a web trap or something. Andrew Garfield is weird because in terms of acting, he's probably the best actual actor who's ever played the part. Right. Yeah, I did a bunch of figure unboxings today, so if I move my chair to the side, you can see what the aftermath of that looks like in my office. I've got so many boxes. And there's some just laying on the floor here. And I can believe I got a shelf over here also full of figures I haven't opened yet, so got a few more videos I can do at least. He doesn't have those three Oscar nominations for no reason. Exactly. And like I'm also thinking that, I'm gonna probably only make the modern reboot of Spider-Man 94 video after I've actually consumed X-Men 97. Because I haven't watched it yet. I've watched the first episode. Alex has watched all of it. Ray has watched all of it. But I haven't watched the original X-Men cartoon either, is the thing. Like, my idea is that I'm eventually going to go through and watch the entire Marvel animated universe from that time, if I can. Like, I don't know if I can find all of it in any kind of order, but I will try, at least. Also, kind of wild that Disney Plus doesn't have Spider-Man No Way Home on it. It's got the other Spider-Man movies. It's got fucking Morbius on it, and maybe I will finally force myself to watch that movie at some point. Spider-Man, Batman, who wins? Going straight in, it's Spider-Man. You're going just straight in, one-on-one. They're fighting on the spot. It's Spider-Man. Batman with prep time, though. I feel like I just made everyone go like, ugh, when I said the words Batman with prep time, because I am, in fact, one of those guys. I am, in fact, one of those guys. And I admit I am. So you gotta see Morbius. We'll do like a donation incentive or something for it. Let's see. Not the prep time. Yeah, I'm one of those guys. Alright, so Disney Plus has X-Men, it has Avengers United They Stand. I think I've seen Avengers United They Stand, though. It's been a long time, but I think I've seen it. They've got Iron Man, good. Do they have Silver Surfer? They do. They obviously have X-Men, they have Incredible Hulk. They got Fantastic Four. Cool. They've got the whole Marvel Animated Universe on here. Good, good. It's more than time. You feel like a movie was frozen in ice from 2006. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this one, Scoob. Oh no. I'm also really excited when I get to the point where I can talk about the sequel animated universe, the one that featured Spectacular Spider-Man, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and what was the other one? Wolverine and the X-Men. Fantastic Four: World's Greatest Heroes is another one I'm excited to talk about. The Ultimate Animated Universe is where I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna have to stomach my way through this one. Like when I have to talk about Avengers Assemble, Ultimate Spider-Man, um, Hulk and the Agents of Smash, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh, I'm gonna have to stomach my. I'm gonna really have to stomach my way through Ultimate Spider-Man. I watched through that one back in 2019 when I was going through a really rough patch, and it was good then. But now I'm like, oh god, I know it wasn't good. I know it was a pretty bad show. That was one of those shows that did just have to go back to the status quo at the end of episodes. Like, I remember Marvel's Avengers Assemble wrote Iron Man out for a full fucking season because they had to get a new voice actor for him. The other thing I remember so vividly about the Ultimate Universe is that Roger Craig Smith, Sonic the fucking Hedgehog, voices Captain America. The Doctor Strange animated movie is pretty good. Um, I feel like I've seen it. I think Ultimate Spider-Man has good moments in it, but like also the other teen heroes that he's hanging out with, Luke Cage and Iron Fist and stuff like that, and Nova and White Tiger, they're just dicks to him all the time. I don't know why he hangs out with them. They're just mean to him all the time. Like Hawkeye used to be my favorite Marvel character, so yeah, I do. I do indeed. X-Men Evolution is another show I am very excited about potentially talking about. I love that show. That's what I grew up with. I was literally boggled that someone wrote this and looked at that. Where they said, yeah, that's a good movie. I was watching more. And Penta and the War Raiders getting the dub. This is a weird situation with the watch along tonight. It's like Xander doesn't have much to do. Doesn't really have any website updates to do because I did all of them yesterday. So today is literally just Xander rambles on for a couple hours, just talks shop with you guys about stuff. Talks about like moving on to do other stuff outside of just Universe on YouTube. And occasionally looks over and says, "Oh, that's happening on Raw." Yeah, nothing wrong with it. It's better than my usual watch along content where I'm usually just dead fucking silent for a lot of it. I got more to say today, at least. Everybody shut up, Rhea Ripley's on screen. I'm kind of into the whole Asuka and Io being like, no, or Asuka and Kairi being like, nope, no one can be friends with Io but us. Asuka, wasn't Rhea's debut on main roster beating you for a title at WrestleMania? I think she's ready. Kairi freezing and folding at the side of Rhea, just like me for real. Thought about every person who had to read this movie before they made it, still thought it was going to be made. And then they hired the same writer to do Madam Web and Craven. Which apparently they were trying to angle Craven as the hero in the Sonyverse, but waited, 6 movies into it. I still have not seen Craven nor Madam Web. Maybe eventually I'll make myself do it. Alright, I see title time. I think AJ might win it. I think AJ might win it. Craven, one of the worst Marvel movies ever. I haven't seen it, so I can't tell you. Ray might be able to tell you, but I can't. I haven't watched it. Good, save yourself. Brother, I watched The Chaperone on stream. You're the one who defends the Venom movies. Hey, I love the Venom movies. I haven't seen the third one yet. I plan to, but I love the Venom movies. They are just good fun. I really like the first one. The second one's not as good, but it's still fun. I did watch The Chaperone. What a movie. Yeah, what a movie. I remember that day. I remember that day so well. And I'm willing to do it again. I'm willing to do another 24-hour stream. I can't believe I'm willing to do another 24-hour stream. But I am. I'm Ray Bradstone. I'm the chaperone. Yes, if we hit, I haven't come up with all of the incentives yet for the new telethon coming in 3 weeks. In just in 25 days. Um, in 25 days, the next telethon begins. 30 hours. No, I couldn't survive. I barely survived 24. If I did 30, let me put it in this perspective. I start these 24-hour streams at 9 a.m. I go 9 a.m. to 9 a.m. If I did a 30-hour stream, I would be going from 9 a.m. one day until 3 p.m. the next day. I could not do that to myself. I slept past 3 p.m. the day after the 24-hour stream. I slept till 4 p.m. Like, I just remember fucking the day of the 24-hour stream. Like, let's look in the Discord here. Let's look in the fucking Discord at what happened that day. 168 hours, $1,000. I don't think I could do that. I might be able to push it to like 48 with a nap. Or something. But let's go to screen face cam here. This is what happened on the 24-hour stream. Time to be a man of my word. 9 a.m. January 25th. 8 a.m. the next day. Give it up for hour 23! 9 a.m. Man of my fucking word. Yes, sir. That means perfect. Never again. I hadn't dyed my hair yet either. Ignore this one. 3:30 p.m. He has risen, baby girl. So, how are you feeling? What did we learn? Never! Like I was hit by a truck. And then what I said I'd learned was that there are some people, not anyone in the Discord, that think that they're the main character of chat and can tell me what I can and can't do on my stream. Also, maybe 24 hours was a bad idea. And then JT sending me the link of reincarnation. I said, carefully, throw me the link of reincarnation. My ass will put out looking like this motherfucker. It was legendary. It was, but it's also I never need to do something like that again. Um, well, never say never. And then lo and behold, I did indeed never say never, because now I think it's going to be 600. Because the goal is 500 to get a Switch 2. I think 600, so $100 over. Or maybe 650, because last year we got 625 as the total. I think 650, because it's just a little over last year's total. I think 650 might be where I agree to do 24 hours. And then anything after that will be bigger incentives. Because in part, I'm going to be doing these telethons. 1, to get the Switch 2. 2, because I have some people that I do need to pay back for some money they loaned me over time. And I would like to make some money to pay them back a little easier. And doing these telethons helps me with that. Hemlock being one of them. So any money I get post Switch 2 is going to go towards paying people back. Zetter 24. Oops, I did it again. I streamed for one day. Next time, though, if we hit that goal and I have to do it all again. If we hit 24-hour stream 2 and I have to do it all again.
You guys just lost. Dare you? And a former two-time NXT Women's Champion, a former tag team champion. Okay, I'll help out. If Io wins, I'll consider it. Yeah, my actual appointment is here. importantly, why are you talking Bailey? Okay, you don't even get to talk to her. It's the way you yell at her. No wonder she's decided not to show up to Raw. What the hell do you know about it, huh? You're paying that much attention to me. Maybe.
Or is it we're doing a sequel? No, it'd be oops, I did it again in this case. But yeah, no, this time I'm gonna have like a full, like, actual itinerary planned out of things to do. If I do anything with 2K19 again, I will have had the mods ready to go instead of making you guys watch me mod. Things like that. We should watch, like, one of the horrible Ms. Marine movies. Yes! I've been saying one of the incentives needs to be that I do a full Marine marathon on stream. Like, I sit down and I just watch Marines 1 through 6 on stream. I think that would be hilarious, Ray.
Give me judgment, though. I don't care who it is. You decide. Yeah, I don't. Next week?
God, I'm glad Lyra's back on my screen. I love Lyra Valkyria. She's one of those that I didn't realize what I could have had until I let Ray take her to SmackDown. And don't get me wrong, Ray is doing phenomenal work booking her on SmackDown. I love Lyra's work on SmackDown. She's one of those that's like, a couple seasons from now, when I know Ray has done like all the things he thinks he can do with her on SmackDown, then I'll make the play to get her in exchange for someone from Raw. But, like, right now she's the women's champion. I'm not going to make a play for her while she's the fucking women's champion. That'd be dumb. I'm not going to tell Ray, hey, give me your women's champion. But yes, no, I think we should watch all of the Marine movies as one of the incentives. A higher incentive than the 24-hour stream. Xander may regret doing 24. Oh, I'm gonna. But I'm gonna be ready this time. I'm gonna have food ready. I'm gonna have snacks ready. I'm gonna have drinks ready. I'm gonna have an itinerary planned. It's gonna be a far better 24 hours. Unify the women's house. No! Ray and I struggle enough with shared custody titles. We're not doing any more. No, thank you. Not a chance. Marine 2 will be awkward. Yeah, because it's got Ted Jr. in it. That'll be awkward. The Marine 2. Jake Carter goes to fucking jail. I have to make myself laugh sometimes, and saying fucked up things like that is how I do it. I don't know, man. Sometimes I just gotta make myself laugh, that's all. Which one's Cena? And Cena was in the first one. It was Cena, then it was Ted Jr., and then the rest of them were Miz. Originally they cast Orton. Yeah, making Randy Orton be a Marine is a little awkward, ain't it? Having Randy play a Marine would have been a little awkward, I think. What if Xander did a 24-hour stream too, but we be mean for all of it and do crazy and more crazy stuff? If I did a 24-hour stream and chat was mean to me the whole time, I would genuinely, if I was going through all the effort to make a 24-hour stream and chat decided to be mean to me the whole time, I would just not do the 24-hour stream. I would quit it early and say, if you're going to be dicks to me, I'm just going to take the money. And not keep playing. Punk had talked about turning down the part in Marine 3, which, OMG, that would be hilarious. Yeah. That would have been hilarious. Instead, he did 12 rounds, too. Yeah. Let's not turn Xander into Raja Jackson. Yeah, pretty much. Oh, I don't know if the 12 rounds movies would be considered good. I don't know if good is the word I would use to describe those. Could you imagine if they made Randy a Marine? You do all the John Cena early work. Like I said, if I was gonna do anything, I would want to like do a franchise, like the Marine and stuff. We could do all the John Cena early work, Marine 12 rounds, Trainwreck, Legendary. Did y'all forget about Legendary? John wants you to. Oh God. AJ should never leave Paris. I've been to Paris once. Nice. I wouldn't want to leave either. Can one of the goals be Xander makes a song? No. No, it cannot. Worth a shot. Was it? Was it worth a shot? I don't know. I don't know if worth a shot means the same thing to you that it means to me. Is there a parody Gravity from Wicked? Oh, jeez. Oh! Ouch! Jeez. He just went boom, man. He just bounced off of it. Also, all the people mad at the Wicked fans. Imagine that, but 14 years longer, because that's how long I've had to deal with annoying Wicked fans in the theater department. Yeah, Ray was a theater kid, if you didn't know. If you were unaware. I was not. And that's not dissing Ray or anything. I was just saying I wasn't. There's now a live performance of me somewhere on YouTube. Really? Watch more anime. Brother, I ain't got time. If I had the time, I would. But I don't got time. Do you know what makes me mad is when in the main event of WrestleMania 41, there's no Rock. When that whole main event just sucked. That whole main event pisses me off. So you could have been the best light technician, and I'm not even making fun or a joke. Yeah, I'm sure I could have been. Just didn't want to. Genuinely, that's all it was I just didn't want to be involved in it. You know? You know, we're in so much denial over that main event. I had to go home to avoid the heartbreak. Yeah. Yeah. It was rough. It was a rough time, man. The mullet-o-matic. He calls it the mullet-o-matic. That's what he calls it, apparently. Should have come up with that night one main event. Yeah. We didn't want it to be that bad, but we kind of knew. That's the unfortunate part. Is like we knew. We didn't want to, but we knew. We were in deep denial, though. But letting Bruce Pritchard write. Yeah. Oh, Dom got his frog splash. The second I told my dad the whole story, he was like, "Oh, that won't work," and I was calling him crazy for months. Oh, Dad would. At least someone gets it. He saw it when none of us did. Hmm. Oh, Dom's gonna ref bump it. Oh, El Grande Americano, apparently. All right. So I guess Dom's gonna retain. Interesting. Dom wins. Thoughts on Animal Advocate? Oh my god, I have got a lot of thoughts on that song. It's a great song. Check your DMs, JT. Two title Dom still feels like it's on the cards, yeah? It's a banger of a song. Somebody help me tame this animal I have become. It's a great fucking song. That looks like that's it. I love this song. It's a great song, and one of my favorite cover bands, First to 11, did a cover of it, and it's on my playlist. Speaking of playlists, I know I'm talking about it a lot. Guys, Sabrina Carpenter's new theme. Or not theme. God, wrestling brain rot. Sabrina Carpenter's new album, Man's Best Friend. Oh, it's so good. Guys, it's so good. It's so damn good. It's a great song. It's a great album for on the Sabrina Carpenter front. All right. Well, let's just show this recap package. I'm running to the bathroom again.
capable of working together.
I'm here. Oh, Granda's gonna help Dom win? Yeah, probably. Oh, Grande Amerikaiser and Dom's alliance is paying dividends.
Is me beating the sense, and with these two calls I have, I guess that's what I have to do. The X Factor changes, you cannot trust him. Is he going to be there? Look, man, we can either survive together, but I'll tell you what, Sparks, trust me. I'll just tell you this. If you do dirt, you get dirt. Don't make me give you dirt. No, I got some good things. Yeah, you understand me? Stay on my way tonight, we ain't got no problem. One word. Nah.
We now need L Styles Americana. Fuck it, why not? Jeez.
Yeah. It is our main event, just moments away from this massive tag team match division. It's Chicken Show in LA night. Also, we look to cover tomorrow night. It is NXT on the CW in a massive 8-man tag team matchup. NXT champion over Benny, Ricky Saints, and Hank and Tank team up to take on Dark State tomorrow night.
Hey, Punk and Rhea. What a duo.
Keep your eyes. Yeah. Their driver Seth was in the building. So how did he get in the building? I don't know, and I don't know where. But my phone keeps going up. He's in the building. Okay. Okay. What does that mean? General Manager Adam Pearce informing CM Punk that Seth Rollins is indeed here, live inside Live Defense Arena. And what do you expect CM Punk to do after what happened last night? Well, CM Punk is growling the bowels of this arena, and he's looking to exact some barbaric levels of vengeance upon the Seth freaking Rollins, who has made CM Punk's career a living hell for the past several months. Well, we had a 6-man tag team matchup earlier tonight with Penta and the War Raiders, making things a living hell for the New Day. And Big G's Grayson Waller. We talked about during that matchup that the New Day had what they're calling a world premiere video that's going to debut tonight. Apparently, some sort of funeral in the tag team division. Dearly beloved.
Oh dear God. We're back on the same set they used for the Drew McIntyre funeral.
Specifically about a beautiful, lovely, and incredible life that was unceremoniously ripped away from us. We are talking about the life of the WWE World Tag Team Championships. Our precious titles were stolen from us. The bald-head tyrant Adam Pearce, alongside the Judgment Day, have effectively killed the entire tag team division in cold blood. In the undeserving hands of the Judgment Day, those championships will go missing, unseen, walked away in a dirty, disgusting clubhouse. And most importantly, they will no longer be around the waist of the most deserving tag team in the history of this industry. The boys of greatest tag team in the history of this industry. It's because there is no one like this. There never has been, and there never will be. You should be thankful for that. You should thank God for that. So as we paid homage to the remains of the tag team division. It's time for you to get down on your knees. Raise your hands to the sky and scream out in unison. God for the new day.
I don't know, like, I don't know what I don't know what I was expecting with that video package. It sucked. It was New Day has not like I'm sure New Day is working for some people right now. I am not some people. Just quite simply, I'm not some people in this case. Just for me, it's like for me, it's just like it feels like it's the same thing every week, you know? It just isn't doing anything for me.
Two former friends walk into a war. Only one walks out. And the fucking smack. Sheamus called me a bully and I called his bluff. In this harsh time, in this harsh world, I'm that bully. I'm an example for the kids all over the world. This world will tell you to be kind, but I tell you to be one of a kind. Be tough, be courageous, be unstoppable. Be like yourself. Sorry, Sheamus. Last night he brought his Irish body, but his French spirit showed up. I stuck their weapon down his throat and he caved. Let me be the man again, Sheamus, and extend my arm. And maybe we can be friends again, now that you know your place is beneath my feet. Thanks for everybody in this roster, so-called tough man, letting me know that I was scared when I was held back. But I am devastated now that I'm free.
It was a cool Rusev video package at least. I enjoyed that. All right, here's Phil. I'm gonna agree. Now he's in the IC title of dumb. Rusev, that's my pick. Rusev is my pick. Some personality. Do do do. Good old Phil. Oh, Phil. Oh, Phil. Oh, you strange enigma, Phil. I'm gonna sneeze. I couldn't even get out the sentence. I'm gonna sneeze. I knew it was coming. Did I see when he stomps a half-broken table? I have no idea what you're talking about. This is like gross. No, I've already blown this thing out just with how loud I am. Well, yeah, doing Bar 2.0 with Sheamus Rusev does sound fun. Having Rusev crush Dominic with Sheamus rematch for the IC title sounds better. Yeah. Alright, Seth actually gonna come out through the curtain, or is he gonna try and jump him from behind? Oh my god! Next level trolling from Becky. Brilliant. Honestly, Rhea and Punk versus Seth and Becky isn't a bad substitute if it isn't Mrs. Brooks. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. You guys literally done everything you could ever want a group to do. Multiple long-term tag reigns, both as faces and heels, great singles triumphs for all three members. Also, there to do right. You forget the IC title, why not? Yeah, pretty much.
Okay?
I hear light it up everyone saying it's not happening tonight, but it's not saying it won't happen.
You think I forgave them because what? What? They put me on their shoulders and carried me to the main event of WrestleMania? No, they didn't get me to the main event of WrestleMania. I got me to the main event of WrestleMania. Just like me and my husband got this business to where it is today.
Honestly, I think it should be Stephanie that beats Becky because I would like to see Io winning with the Kabuki War or something. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. SmackDown is in Chicago either this week or next week. That's true. Just when title changes, they have never won there, so I both agree and don't. Right? There's some elements to that where I'm like, yeah, I wish there was a little more unpredictability. But then there's other elements there where I'm like, yes, comma. However, I do appreciate that title changes feel more important now, in some regards.
And we're gonna need you to get the hell out of the way. Because you know what the business needs right now. We wish you the best in the future endeavors. She doesn't want it. You don't think the vision.
Sounded good, at least, but vision's a bit blurry, isn't it, Becky? This is a 10-year beef because they chanted my name during your matches. I understand the magnitude of me. I'm the best in the world. And it's just not me saying it. It's 10,000 maniacs, 20,000 maniacs, 30,000 maniacs. Here, if I don't work here, they chant my name if I'm sitting in catering or if I'm not in this ring. They chant my name if I'm champion or if I'm not champion. You know who else chants my name aside from all my friends in Paris? All the towns I was just in. Now I'm talking about Liverpool.
Yeah, she doesn't work here is brilliant work from Becky.
Manchester, Leeds, Cardiff. You know who I didn't see on all those shows, all those towns? You and your stupid husband with your plastic belts. So tell me again who runs things, Becky, and I'll tell you the only thing that Seth Rollins runs is from adversity when it's staring him in the face, calling him out, because he hides behind his title, and he hides behind Paul Heyman, and he hides behind Bronson Reed, and he hides behind Braun Breaker, and now he's hiding behind his wife. Far be it from me to reduce somebody of your stature to just somebody's wife, because you're much more than that. You are a supremely talented superstar. You're the man. You just got bad taste and you married a bum.
You're the man, you've just got bad taste and married a bum is wild.
This between us will never be over.
Oh, there he is. And there goes Seth. Becky's just slapping the shit out of him. Phil, you've hit a woman with a GTS before.
Me too. I got your gross, sticky sweat all over me. Ah, yuck. Come on, get out of here. Go, go, go. You're gross. I'm gonna have to bathe and bleach. Go on. Get away. Go. I already had to throw out my hoodie. I got your gross ball sweat all over it.
Jesus, Becky.
Don't you have a song about this? You don't have a chant for this? Nah, 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 nah. Nah, nah, nah.
Yeah, Punk said that Beth Phoenix with the GTS, Royal Rumble 2010. When he was doing the sermons between each elimination.
Champion. My life's so long. Keep walking once you get to the curtain, keep walking and never come back. Wow, I sure hope they accept what they're doing.
Bring back intergender wrestling. Yeah, maybe.
Nonetheless, 2 weeks.
Screen just completely black for anyone else.
World champion will be Io Sky or Stephanie McCurry. We will find out. Russell Wilson. I cannot wait to be
There we go.
John Cena.
Oh boy, John Cena will be on SmackDown on Friday. Because it was just me, got it. It's just him, Oos. Day one-ish. Oh boy, main event time. Huh.
Jey Uso was ready to go. Jey Uso teams with LA Knight to take on possibly thought breaker of the vision. It's live. Monday Night Raw. Hey, wait, there's absolutely no way Jey is anywhere near 100%. I still think taking this match is ill-advised tonight. Yeah, sometimes the heart rules the brain, and it's rarely a good thing in this industry. Obviously, Jey Uso, selflessly loyal to a fault when it comes to friends and family members. It cost him the World Heavyweight Championship last night, and now in this quest to seek vengeance on behalf of the laid-up Roman Reigns. His cousin is now in hospital with major injuries. It may cost Jey Uso even more this evening. Things could have been a lot worse for Roman Reigns, however, if it wasn't for his cousin Jey Uso.
Whoops. Huh. How's everyone doing today, by the way? I don't know. Ask. Is everyone doing all right? We got 30 minutes or 35 minutes till the next LS11 Universe episode comes out. Members and Patreons or members have already seen it. Patreons haven't, because Patreons, I can't do early access for Patreon, unfortunately. As much as I would love to. Like, I'd love to get Patreons the same early access, but it's just not a thing I can do, unfortunately. If this doesn't result in AJ Lee return, I'll be very upset. It seems like they've got backups just in case of it potentially being Rhea. And apparently there's internal talks in WWE of this being where AJ finally comes back. So who knows? Here's the good news. You know where he works. Brilliant, Pierce. Oh my god. I think it's actually happening. Why would Phil be making a point about SmackDown being in Chicago and that being good for him? Shit, I might have to do a watch along on Friday if this is actually gonna happen. Because there's a chance.
And we are in Paris tonight, of course, for Monday Night Raw. It's been an incredible
It might actually be happening. I I can hardly believe the fact that it might actually happen. Like shit, I'll watch SmackDown on Friday. They got my interest.
And it is now our main event. LA Knight, Jey Uso. Banged up after the fatal four-way last night. And Jey Uso, of course, suffering spears and the life from Reed and Breaker. They have to take on the two members of the division in this tag team matchup. Remember what Braun Breaker said earlier on, Wade, when he warned LA Knight and Jey Uso. Listen, Paul Heyman's in the hospital. Seth's got his own issues with CM Punk. Nobody holds us back. We're dogs off the leash tonight. Paul Heyman out of commission. This duo completely out of control. Perhaps more dangerous than ever. Who the hell is calling the shots for the vision right now? Seth Rollins is like, got these two lunatics running things. Jey Uso tag made by LA Knight. Bronson Reed misses wildly. Knight Uso are going to have to do a lot of this frequent tags in and out, double team their opponent. Definitely shot in this matchup.
Yeah, 100%. It's so bad to the point that I've been listening to their song a lot. Let's Light It Up is a banger though, so like.
It's a survival technique than anything else. LA Knight with that uppercut in the corner to the 330-pounder Reed, who delivers a headbutt to LA Knight. First time ever these two teams have met in a tag team matchup. Bronson Reed last night. Forget the stuff that post-match. I'm talking about the bell-to-bell stuff against Roman Reigns. A true star-making performance. Bronson Reed belongs in the main event here. Yeah, and there's the neck breaker by LA Knight. Of course, the post-match antics are the ones that everyone will be talking about, including the locker room for Bronson.
I'd see the return of a blindfold match on NXT. I was like, yeah, I heard about that. What the hell? Whatever the hell that was about.
This is interesting in the early goings because Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker are getting very little going here without the wise man, the Oracle, Paul Heyman, stood at ringside, barking the orders, putting together the strategy. Maybe they're not going to all one big blow behind the referee's back there. I don't know how much Bron Breakker knew about that, but he's certainly ready to capitalize on it. Well, it's a good point, too, Wade, because what a match for Breakker and Reed if they can pull off the win tonight without the tutelage of Heyman and Rollins. The world that they don't need them to survive. Monster will walk around. All about Breakker launching.
My God, the fans are fucking chanting, "Who let the dogs out?" Of course they are.
Checking out his tag team partner, Jey Uso. I want to give up now, guys. This is starting to look bleak. Again, we talked about it at the start of the night tonight. Jey Uso very emotional over what happened to Roman Reigns last night. Also the fact that getting involved may have cost Jey the World Heavyweight title. Of course, devastation last night in the MO of Bron Breakker since arriving on Raw. Last night, earshot of him.
20 will be interesting, I suppose. Oh yeah, WrestlePalooza, I guess.
Always there, but it seemed at least it was under control. Now it's running completely wild. Effects in several members of the roster. What a confident weapon for a person to have. Provided we can keep some kind of control. Now what about this pokey weapon? 30 pounders. The man known as the Oscilla. Big Bronson Reed. A massive man with unfeasible movement and a huge meat streak. A shot right to the back, the injured midsection of Jey Uso. You can take a loss in this industry, yet they confidence from it. Well, that performance against Roman Reigns, which grocery dominated.
Because, you know, the counter programming. Yeah. Yeah.
And having the last lap. Covered out on Jey Uso. When's the last time you saw Roman dominated like that and then actually have to fight to pull out a win? Maybe someone's thinking, what? Right, you're absolutely true. That was the one I was just about to put out there. It was a lucky win for Roman Reigns who got pulled throughout the match. Showed his quality to pick up the W, but clearly paid a heavy price in the aftermath. Heartbreaker Bronson Reed, not what you expected. They preyed on the injured Jey Uso and LA Knight in this tag team matchup. That might have been the crucial tag that was missed. It was inches away. Now back in the line of fire is Jey Uso and those ribs that are getting damaged by the second. Plus we sheer agony with Jey Uso. Yeah, textbook tag team wrestling by Reed and Breaker, isolating the weaker Jey Uso from his partner LA Knight, and maybe just this week.
But you can bundle ESPN with Disney and Hulu, and that makes it more worth it. I just found WWE. I bundled Disney, Hulu, and HBO because I don't watch any other sports. So ESPN's not worth it for me no matter what. So I'm just gonna, you know, yo ho ho. Quite honestly.
Right after that elbow, Rob Breaker knew exactly what LA Knight was looking to do. Tossing this distraction around an outsider to get himself back up. Now, Knight-driven shoulder first into the steel steps. Not like a look on the face of Rob Breaker right now. No, not at all.
Yeah, there's just unfortunately there's nothing that makes ESPN worth it for me. I don't watch any sports, so if I had someone else that was getting it, I'd just borrow their account in exchange for access to my other streaming accounts, but you know.
Somehow, I mean, you got to give credit to Russo and Knight. Take this fight tonight. It's valiant, it's courageous, but above all else, it's just non-stop. This is what you should have left well alone. Go home, recover, come back in a week, and try. Oh no, a set time.
I assume that LA and Jay are gonna win, probably. Yeah, I've never been a football guy. Just not my thing.
Great throw by Breaker. That's an stare down at Jey Uso too. You really want to take back in here, pal? You'll get it this in your day. That's by Braun Breaker, effortless. Well-rounded things I've ever seen in this thing. It was obvious from day one. LA Knight, though, not going to take the shot. Fast talking lightly. Played out of the corner and Breaker stops him with a knee in the midsection. Now he's contained rage with a breakup. And on the suplex delivered by Braun. Slow and steady destruction of LA Knight.
Everyone's gone until Crown Jewel or maybe even Survivor Series. Yeah, that's what I've heard.
That's that LA Knight defeated there.
unpredictable badass. Breaker. The Friday Night SmackDown in Chicago way to mention Cena's final appearance in a WWE ring with CM Punk.
It sounds like Punk is going to make an unscheduled appearance. That is can't miss already.
Trying to make a tag, bigger giveaway. Might create space, but no. Breaker with a shot suplex on release German, sending that into the wrong corner.
Absolutely launching a 250-pound superstar across the ring effortlessly. Tagging out and allowing this 330-pound beast to continue the assault.
Will John Cena become Grand Slam champion before tries? I would have loved it. I would love to be able to say yes, but I don't know. War Games, Seth Bronson, Braun, blah, 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 versus Punk, Roman J. I feel like Cena's going to be in War Games. I think they're going to have Cena get in War Games before he retires.
Of the masses as organic support as can be.
Jey Uso gonna back it on up.
This one's for Roman.
Breaker said nope, stops Jey in his tracks. Military press, but lands on his feet is Jey.
Bringing him out on that one is desperation.
Get Jey capitalized. Big kick to the face.
Uso's trying to do it on his own right now. LA Knight is completely flattened in the corner. It's a lot to ask to take the big man down.
And work together. Smart.
And whoa, down goes Bronson. Oh, it's slow motion there. Jeez. Seth, the Bronze, Drew, and I don't know, Theory versus Punk, Roman J, Cena, and Cody, unless, you want to swap Theory out for Brock? No, I do not. I sure don't want to swap Theory out with Brock.
French announce table. His body's all right, but it's still fighting a shot to the damage. Oh, no, did you hear that? Sheer knockout. That's LA baby out cold. LA Knight is finished. It was the cheap shot that would get followed by that header to the steel ring post. And now Jey Uso, the baby in big trouble. Now stalking his
I know what I like and what I don't, Kevin. It's as simple as that, bud. I know what I like and what I don't. I don't like Brock Lesnar. We went through all this in the Discord pretty recently. After SummerSlam. I was fucking pissed that night. Look, you know what? I'll take Logan on the heel side over Brock. I'll tell you that. I'll genuinely I'll take that. Oh, the bad guys win. All right. Could have been filming Street Fighter. Like, I don't know what you wanted me to say. He's filming Street Fighter.
Still unloading. LA Knight is way out of the equation. Oh my God, the equation.
Well, they know the locker room is watching, and this is what happens when you stand up to pure power.
Yeah, this is a message clearly being sent by the Vision here. Now, removing the protective tape, and oh my God, Wade.
These two can play.
Oh, now he knows. Preventing the tsunami from happening. The BFT and Baker on a spear.
Well, in the process of trying to save Jey Uso from the worst of it, LA Knight has got himself in real danger.
LA Knight driven over the French announce table. And he's down and out. And Jey Uso's a sitting duck, Wade.
If they want to, and I hope they don't, they can attack at will.
What they're going to is the Roman's in the hospital. LA Knight's been dumped over the announce table to the floor. Now Reed and Breaker gonna have their way with Jey Uso, and Jey may be joining Roman Reigns in a hospital room.
Look our security crew on any part of these two. Hell no!
Another spear.
23 miles an hour. 250 pounds of gel at night. Right on the damaged ribs.
Oh no.
Oh God.
Oh my God.
Gunther instead of Brock. I guess. Oh, hey, it's Jim!
Major equalizer in that steel chair.
Big Jim!
He sent Breaker and Reed scrambling as Big Jim came down with a steel chair to protect his brother, Jey Uso, from even more
We
damage.
got Big Jim. Nice. Alright, well, that was Raw. Go watch my Raw that's about to come out. Bye, everybody. That's all I got for you. That was Raw.